What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today we have a lot of stuff to go over. And before we go over any of that stuff, I want to introduce my guest tonight, Rich from Rich with Points, and he can introduce himself a lot better than I can, but I can tell you that I have been following his stuff since he started, and he is going to be one of those guys in the space that is unique and has his own thing, and I'll let him explain.
Hi, my name is Rich. I run the website Rich with Points and obviously the YouTube channel to match. I started the website, almost 2 years ago. And then I didn't really know how to promote it. And the reason I started it was because I couldn't make sense of anything. And I figured it was small enough of a category to be able to make a website to sort of organize it for myself. And then once I started doing it, I was like, wow, this could be helpful to other people. So I started creating more of a user-centric website. And then I was like, how do I tell people about this? And I said, okay, why don't I just do YouTube and just tell people? And at 4,000 subscribers later, thanks to Luke, by the way, who pimped me out a year in, and doubled my subscriber count like overnight. So thank you so much, Luke, for that.
Okay, so Leon gives you a shout out. Elite website, and I will second that. It is an elite website. I've used it a few times, and I know you've brought in some more tools, and we're going to get to that after we get to today's big news. But you've got more tools in there that I really want to get into because we were talking earlier. I don't have the technical skills some of you guys have. So I want to learn how to do tier list videos. I think those are cool videos, but I can't figure out how to put that thing on the screen and move a card to it. So we're going to talk about that sometime, and I'm going to tier list you guys to death one of these days.
No one recognizes me until I put the hat on. I forgot about it.
He's got the official hat. Got Mr. Rick Beck, has been a member for 33 months. Rick, that's crazy. Rick's a local guy. He's an Ohio guy. Okay, and he's also saying he's 100% in on the refresh. The guys, we want to do what'd you book first. We're going to get in depth with the refresh, but we want to start and do our thing first. We want to do what'd you book, because I know somebody told me earlier this week that they couldn't wait for the live because they had a big time announcement on what they booked. So tell me, we'll do a shorter version. We'll do what'd you book. Let us know. John R. already hit us with a 2 spot. Thank you, sir. I know John R. is all in on this refresh. He is an Amex crazy guy. So go ahead and put on there what'd you booked. I'm trying to think if I booked anything. Rich, have you booked anything lately?
Yeah, we're going to San Juan for the deal, and we're actually going for the first 2 days to the conference meetup thing, whatever. And then we have booked a cruise on Sunday. So we leave Sunday right after that's all over and go down to Grenada and back for the week. And I think we're booking Key West for February-ish, I think.
Now, question, are you old enough to have invaded Grenada?
Yeah, that was the 80s. I was in high school, I think, right?
Okay, not quite, huh? Not a lot of people remember that. I think that's been really quiet the last few years.
Right.
I don't see a lot of people with their redemptions, and that's okay. We'll do a couple questions while people maybe filter through their redemptions. Matt says no news on the gold card again. I don't think so. It's not due, right? It's not. We did just get a.
It just happened. Yeah.
So I wasn't big on that. I have to admit it's something I learned to live with. I think I canceled my gold card and then picked up a no lifetime.
You did, yeah.
And I've learned to live with it. I'm not ever going to be satisfied. They're not going to build a setup just for me, so I kind of have to. Okay, here we go.
I watched I'm ditching the gold and going with the Saber video. I remember that one distinctly.
Yeah. I tried. That Amex will not let you go, man. And Amex will fill you full of points. New again, booked a flight to Madrid and London for next month. Basically, buy one get one. Obvious booking better. Did you get that Iberian deal where they were one of the Ricky's travel hacks messaged me, and they were having business class flights from North America to Madrid for like 12,000 avios. It was dirt cheap. And it was something that was wildly open. Guys, we got 126 people in the chat. Slap that like button. We're going to get into the platinum card stuff real soon. We're right now we're saying hi and kind of doing our initial thing, but we're not going to waste a whole lot of time because I think there's a lot of stuff to go on with that platinum. My guy, Cesar Joel, is mi hermano Luke. We need to create a new tier for the platinum. Nothing else comes close. The other travel cards are they're just other cards. What do you think about that, Rich?
I mean, I'm not going to stick with the platinum. I have the platinum. I think I'm going to drop it. It's such a tough thing, though. It's such a tough thing. The reserve is sort of my baby. Like, that's the one I like gravitate to just because I find it easier to redeem. And now that they have this edit, the boost points, I find it even easier for my type of spending, which is I'm not staying at the hotels and looking at the courtyard view. I'm getting the ocean view. I'm getting the upgraded suites, and it's going to hit me. I'll be able to use those and get 2 cents per point easy. And I don't even need all the points. Okay. I can just do partial points.
One of the things we're going to get into later is, have we moved into a kind of a concentration on one ecosystem, and we're kind of being led away from having a bunch of premium cards. So we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. So I know you like the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I downgraded my Sapphire Reserve. And I did it admitting it's a great card, but I think it's a perfect example of, if you have the CSR and you're going to get value from the CSR, you've got to be all in with the CSR. I would not be able to use those credits and then flip over and grab the platinum and use those credits. It just would not happen. So I chose to downgrade it. But the beauty with Chase is I could call him right now and just upgrade it back to the CSR. And I might do that one day. Cesar doesn't like it. He says it's no bueno. Okay.
It's only in English.
Yeah, he speaks some English.
I'm just kidding.
I've met him. It's some. Enough to get by through the Army. Seems like Luke got the perfect guest on at the moment. Go easy on him, y'all. We got a Detour Travels. I think, or Detour Travels, are you new here? I don't remember you. Hit us with a 5 spot. We super appreciate it. And if you're new here, welcome. Really like having you. Leon says it's still a good card. I agree. Platinum Elite on the benefits and perks, but not a good earner. Now, we're going to talk about that too. I have a couple opinions on the platinum card. I know Rich does too. And we definitely want to hear your guys' opinion on that. So we're going to move on from what you booked. It seems like we're just really chomping at the bit for Amex Platinum talk. So I'm okay with that.
Give them what they want.
Rich, what do you think? I know all of us huge credit card nerds. We woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. We ordered our new mirror finished cards, and we went over what the credits were. I know we did. I know we all did, because I was talking to some guys on the Anthony Venture Discord at like 5:15 in the morning. So what do you think of these new credits? Or what do you think of the card overall, the overall projection?
So if you love it, it's just as good or maybe even better if one of those credits hit you. If it didn't work for you before, maybe one of these new credits will make it work for you, but probably most likely it's not going to work for you still. One can dream and hope they changed one of the earning categories. Maybe travel. I don't know. It's a travel card, but yeah, I think I could make it work for me, but again, like they're pushing these annual fees up so high, it's forcing me to kind of choose. Like, I don't think I can. I at my first couple of years, because I'm doing the website, and I wanted to get everything just so I could experience all of the ecosystems, all of the point systems and everything, and figure out how they all work. But yeah, I don't think I can continue or want to continue trying to make either Amex or Chase work. What's funny is I actually prefer Amex. Like, everything I like I like about Amex, except for the fact that they just force you to find value. I have to do all the work. They do none of the work, so that's the tough part.
My first impression was really similar. It was like, hey, if this card worked for you yesterday, then it most likely really works for you today. My question would be, if you were not an Amex Platinum holder, would this refresh get you on board and get you applying? At least for the first year.
I mean, it's Amex. You get every card the first year, like all of them. Just get them. Get the bonus. Of course, they kind of screwed you on that with the family rule, but I mean that, especially the whole retroactiveness of it was pretty terrible. But yeah, get the cards if you don't have them. Absolutely.
I feel like the family language is that this might be might be a hot take. The family language is for the lames. It's for the squares. Us nerds in the know, it's not really affecting us because we're out there looking for these no lifetime language offers, and we're getting the cards the second, third, and fourth time anyway. I almost like the family language because it's kind of a barrier of entry to really kill it with Amex.
When I talk, especially on my YouTube videos, I'm always coming across as the normal consumer. I try not to be so niche on but we know. I watch that. I watch your show for that, by the way, for all the hint, the tricks of everything. But when I'm talking, most people don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Like, I'm busy. Full-time job. I work way over 40 hours a week. Then I try to squeeze in some weekends of coding this stuff, doing a video. I just don't have time to be doing all the stuff. And if they're not going to make it, they don't have to make it easy, but they'll make it impossible. I have too much going on.
I can sympathize. I completely understand. We do have a super chat, Mr. Filmo's World. He is a New Orleans meetup veteran. What's up, Filmo? He said, I would still use the Platinum even if it was 0x. You have a point there. I would say, and I was going to say this for later, but I want to fit this in before it escapes my brain. The one disappointment I have with this refresh is I thought we would get something in the portal to compete with these other cards. I thought we'd get 7, 8x in the portal, and I was just thinking to myself, you give me all these MR points and you give me a bonus in the portal, I'm going to use the portal.
Why would they, when Filmo here is saying he'd do it with 0x? Like, they're doing something right to get people in. I think it's the prestige and then you can, if the credits work for you, then you can make it happen. And then I get Centurion Lounge access, although I've never been in a Centurion Lounge ever, because the first time we tried to go, they had just discontinued the free guest. And I'm like, I'm not paying $50 to bring that. I've got other cards. I'll go over there.
That was hurtful. The no guest was hurtful. But here, I justified the no guest thing with this. My wife needs her own card. My wife travels by herself. She does. She's, and then when I spoke that on my YouTube channel, I found out that everybody else in the world, they don't give their wives credit cards and they don't let their wife spend money without them. And I thought, you go to the grocery store with your wife? Go get a second job or something. You should not have time to go.
No, you put it in the app and then she just uses the app.
Yeah, well, but I need to pay the $195 because I do want my wife to have Centurion access if I'm not around. And I have to admit, I must be a minority in that, but maybe I'll just charge her $195.
Right.
I'll make her pay me. I did have, we have a lot, guys. We're not going to be able to keep up with all the comments because it's hard to do with a 2-person show. But Mr. Brad G, longtime friend of the channel, just hit us with a 25 piece. Geez, Brad, we super appreciate it. He says, been a minute. Happy Amex Platinum refresh day. He's gonna watch the show later. Thank you, Brad G. Yep. Thank you, Brad G. Super appreciate that, guys. Johnny Jimenez is in the house. There you go, Leon. Heard $195 is my $195. She should just volunteer that to me. Uh-oh, my favorite guy, my favorite name in the game, Mr. Dong Kim. What's up? On his way to Lululemon. Get the yellow tights, Dong. They might not let you wear those tights.
Everyone go to the website and check out the Lululemon credit on the Amex Platinum screen. Little Easter egg.
There you go. Seabass, $9 super chat. Happy Platinum Day. Hey, everyone, happy Platinum Day. It sounds like most of our audience today are going to be pro platinum guys. So let's talk about we talked about the credits. Any credit in there in particular you thought you were going to enjoy more so than maybe we expected? Like the go out and get
the Resi
leggings.
So no, I don't think I'll be doing the Lululemon, but the Resi credit we could use. There are Resi restaurants around that we actually go to on our own, and the what is it, $200 semi-annually.
That's $100 a quarter, right?
Oh, sorry, $100 a quarter, right? Yeah. Still, I mean that's an entire dinner at one of these restaurants. So it's just a free dinner 4 times a year. So that one's great. Nothing else really.
I missed the irony on the $895, but thanks to Calder DS, I get it. It's $895 for the platinum. Seabass got one over on us. We didn't catch it. Here's the thing about the Resi credit. I like the Resi credit because I used it with the gold card, and then just a few minutes ago, I went to the Resi app to look at the restaurants in my area, and the restaurants we went to for the gold card are not on Resi anymore. So Columbus, Ohio has less Resi restaurants, and I have to admit they changed enough to where it's not going to be convenient for us to use it. That doesn't mean mom and dad can't go have a date night once a quarter or something like that. We can still do it, but not. I don't think it's be as easy for me as it is for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super easy. We still have to drive 15, 20 minutes away to get to the one that we would go to normally. But it's a good restaurant. We've been there several times before, so it's not like we're having to force ourselves to go someplace that takes it. What I guess I need to go check and see if it's still on there, though.
Yeah, because I think they're shifting. And I want to say, I heard from somewhere that the Chase Open Table is shifting that landscape a little bit. Like some of these restaurants that were Resi might be over to Open Table now, which in my case, we had no Open Table options. I don't think in Ohio at all. Oh, here we go. So we talked about the $400 Resi credit, and I misspelled it on here because my high school diploma, guys. I'm Appalachian. So for a lot of people, that's a good credit. I've heard a lot of people say a couple things about the hotel credit, and one I don't seem to understand, and I think it's something that got out of there on the YouTube space and kind of changed people's perspectives. But they say the first thing I hear is, well, I can't find a hotel for $300, so I can't use this. And I just want to make sure everybody understands that you can spend $25, $150 over that to stay at a hotel. I mean, this is just if you're a traveler and you're traveling, you are allowed to spend dollars on that hotel. You're still going to earn on it. It's still a good deal. You get the benefits. And I also think this, and I know a lot of people don't pay for hotels. I understand that, but using the I like the hotel collection. A lot of people say they don't use the hotel collection. I like it because it's somewhat more affordable, and I use it for my minimum spends on stuff like business gold cards and stuff. But I think $600 in hotels, man, this is why I think that is such a bright spot for this card, because they're giving it to us now. So if you have it now, you're going to get $300 in 2025.
Right.
You're going to get $600 in 2026. That's a lot of value there. And I also think if you're an Amex person, maybe you're not trying to move into the Amex space, but if you're already there, you should be using fine hotels and resorts. Let me tell you why, if you've never done it. They give you a little welcome sheet with all your benefits, and it's got your name on it. And they do give you, in my experience, they give you a little personal touch on your service there. I've always had a little bit of extra oomph when I use FHR, and I think it's a great program. So I do like the $600 in hotel credits. Despite losing some Resi restaurants, I do think that's easy to use. For me, it's easy. So $1,000. Am I crazy thinking that just these two new credits make the card worth it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, if you only have the Platinum, this is amazing. But if you have the Venture X, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and this one, I just don't. You're gonna like, how much are you vacationing that you could use all three of those credits across? You know what I mean? All three of the cards credits across the year. I don't have that much time, so I'm gonna have to pick one. And I tend to be able to spend the points better in the Chase, even though I am a big, like, I love everything about Amex. The website is fantastic. Like, I love the website. Chase, it's okay. It's not terrible, but just dealing with Amex just feels better to me. I like it. It just feels better. But I just find that the reserves, points boost is just so much easier to deal with.
So we're not going to hold you to this, but you hold the reserve and the Platinum. Which video are we going to see first? I'm letting card go. Which one are we going to see? Which one are we letting go first? We're not going to hold you to it, but just on your service thoughts of the Platinum versus the CSR right now.
I mean, I think I'm going to let go of the Platinum, and here's why. Here's the biggest reason why, because they might try to give me back, and give me an offer. So, okay, I'll take that. That
makes sense, because they will. We know they will.
Right.
Yeah, I like that strategy. But I am surprised that you like the CSR that much. And I do agree it's a great card. I just I have difficulty with Chase's personal card, their consumer credit cards.
Yeah, that's their Achilles heel for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question for you, and you guys in the chat. Who is going to go get an Oura ring? I have to, I don't mind this $200 credit. Like we talked offline. I like that they gave you the basic credits that you're looking for to provide the value. And then they kind of threw in this Oura ring. Now, I have to know, who here is going to go get an Oura ring? And I don't mean buying an Oura ring and selling it to your cousin for $25. Who's going to get?
I happen to read Auras, just
John,
FYI.
John, what does it do, man? What do you have it for? And can the man track your locations with it? I'm very curious. KS is going to have an Oura ring. Oh yeah, and then Chris has a good point. The $200 will get you the older generation ring, but you still have to buy the subscription, which is like $5 or $6 a month. And I'm not.
See, that's oh my God, you have to have a subscription. Forget it. No, that's no.
John says health and wellness means a lot to him, and he gets that from the ring. He gets the ring gives him a health and wellness boost. What does it do, John? Does it measure your sleep, the quality of sleep, or your heart rate, or what does it do? Yolanda bought one. Okay. Trash credit. I don't know if anything's a trash credit, but ordered one at 1 p.m. And listen, Seabass has got a great idea here. He ordered one. He's going to get it credited back, and he's going to get reimbursed from his HSA. That is high level stuff right there. He got paid to go get an Oura ring. Tell us how you like it when you get it. No idea. Phil was like, I don't know, man. It's a ring. Okay.
I have a wedding ring, but that's it. I don't really wear jewelry at all. Yeah. It bothers me.
John says it's a sleep tracking. Now, if I have a CPAP machine, won't that track my sleeping just as good? I have a really cool new one that when I wake up, I can look at it and it says how many interruptions per hour I average. And
there you go.
Tweaking it, I've gotten it down to like 2, which is really awesome. CXRR ordered the Gen 3. Nice. Are we ordering just to use the credits? I don't know. Guys, we have 230 people in the chat, which is a lot for me. So do me a favor and slap the like button if you would. I'll upgrade my daughter's Oura ring. Okay, so daughter has one. That's a great gift.
Oh, wait. Here you go. Here's a reason to get it. Ready?
Okay.
It monitors menstrual phases.
Okay.
Does it glow for your husband?
Yeah. Leave you alone. It gives a warning light.
Right.
One ring to rule the ball. I like it, YouTube. Points Dexter. Hey, Luke and Rich, what about the Biz Plat? I don't want to talk about the Biz Plat tonight because that's a whole other product. I can give you my surface thought. It is at one point, I think I had valued the Business Platinum over the Personal Platinum, and I no longer do that. I think the Personal Consumer Platinum has kind of leapfrogged the Business Platinum with these changes. Almost to the point where I don't think I'm going to keep my Business Platinum.
I had a video that said the same thing, and I actually forgot all about the business one. It released today too. I didn't put it in the website yet.
I think I'm going to just use the credits I can use for the Business Platinum and then move away from that. But I think the Business Platinum is an authentic business card, meaning not really for my businesses. It's for, like you say, construction, the 2%. If you're buying construction materials, I think there should be some serious value and serious quality there. But I run a YouTube channel and a property management business that only has one single family home. So it's not a ton of spend going through there. So for me, I don't. Calder got an Oura ring for his mom. Okay. So it sounds like to me it might be a good stocking stuffer for.
Did he pay for the monthly subscription too, or did he make her? Here's a present that you have to continue to pay for.
Calder probably got her a year. Probably got her a full year, and if she likes it, that's will be next year's Christmas present.
There you go.
If anyone tracks me, my car tracks me more than anything. Yeah, you're right though.
Yeah,
mine's
true
too. Sleep metrics are amazing with the Oura ring. Okay, I'm not sold yet, but
if it can interpret your dreams, that'd be cool.
See, Ian's got the ring already, so he's going to sell that credit. Okay. You don't have to buy the ring, but it's really stupid without it. I see. Makes sense. I prefer my Whoop band. I don't know what the Whoop band is, but sleep metrics.
I don't either.
Okay. Jack says, after further investigation, Lululemon is actually kind of cool. Get the wife a new wallet or shirt or whatever, or yellow spandex leggings.
I mean, you have it. You should spend it. Is it going to be hard like the Saks where you can buy 2 pairs of socks?
The Saks credit. I get I get fancy shaving cream. like I said, and I always end up spending $6 or $7. So in my head, it makes it not worth it.
I remember watching the video, I guess when it first came out, and Daniel Braun, it was a Daniel Braun video, and he bought a pair of sneakers on there and then used the credit and then sold them on, he did research. He did research as to what would sell well on like eBay, and then went and bought that over on the Saks website with the card, got the credit, and then sold them on eBay. And I'm just like, I don't have time for this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Nobody has time for this.
That's too much work.
That's way too much work.
Cesar says we might see many creators wearing that Track Your Man ring during the meetup. You're right. Everybody's like, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, are the rings? I guess the rings are rings. I have a plain one. So, content creator John Lang said he was getting one. Okay. I don't think if somebody needs to invite him to the creator meetup, because I've never met him. I'm sure he's a super cool dude. Okay, heart rate, sleep, just from past medical. So if you have medical history, it's another wearable that can kind of keep a lookout for stuff. That makes sense. God forbid you pay more for something if the credit doesn't cover it. Yeah, talking about the FHR credit. I can't find an FHR hotel for $200. Like you're allowed to pay for that. Justin's got a really good. I don't know if I have a banner for that. That's a really good point. Who all is getting the YouTube Premium? I don't have YouTube Premium, but I think it might be a good idea to use that with the entertainment credit. I don't know. Great way.
My YouTube account is a workspaces account, and they will not let you sign up for premium with a workspaces account. So I keep forgetting that that's how it works, and I go, oh, let me sign up for YouTube Premium so I can stop watching these stupid commercials. And every time I do, they go, oh, your account doesn't allow that, and I don't want to use some other account that I don't have all my YouTube subscriptions and history on, and to sign up for it. It's silly. Anyway.
This is a good YouTube experiment gave us. If you guys are looking for the Oura ring, check out your Amex offers. You know, you might get a percentage off, and you can get maybe a fancier Oura ring, maybe some bling on it or something. JP Grace, happy Amex Platinum Day. Slap the like button, guys. We love the like button. There we go. Now we're getting some more practical purposes. Do we know if we can drive? Yeah, can we drive home from the bowling alley with Phil? Has really good tracking. We don't chat, Chris. We don't want really good tracking. We're trying to get away from being tracked.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for having Rich on the night. Been following his website and channel for a while now. Fevze. I like that name. Yeah. Luke, are you service connected? If so, why aren't you looking to stay at the Hale Koa for your Hawaii? Now, see, here's the thing. Yes, I am, but I'm brand new to that space, and I think I would do that if I was still going to Hawaii, and I think I probably will do that if I go to Hawaii again. So, if for people who don't know, he's talking about having a connection with the VA, and if you're service connected with the VA, there is a hotel on Waikiki Beach for service members. And it's from what I understand, it's pretty good deal, and it's just service members. So there'll probably be a lot of cursing and fist fighting and copious alcohol abuse, and so it might be a really good time there. So I think I will look more into that. I didn't know about it until fairly recently. Chris just gifted a membership, and guys, let me take 1 second out of your time. I do offer memberships. They're $2.99 each. You can cancel anytime, and what that gets you access to is eventually I'm not going to be able to respond to every single comment on my channel. Right now, I respond to almost every single comment. One day, I'm not going to be able to do that, but if you're a member, you'll get priority comment responses, and you get access to my members-only videos, which I do on weekends. I can't do them every weekend. That was very ambitious of me to try to do that every weekend. I'd like to do it every other weekend. And I saw somebody did offer a suggestion about maybe going more in depth in the FHR credit and program on a members only video. So you can become a member, binge watch the videos and cancel. I don't mind. So
I should add that the YouTube comment system is not great. It's easy to miss comments. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Like I'll go through and I have to go through and look at every, and then I'll, from 3 weeks ago, how did I miss this?
I've seen that if you use a proper name, sometimes it omits the comment from my view. Like if you, let's say you put, I'm trying to think of a Amex Platinum card in your comment, it might hide it from me.
Yeah.
Which is strange. Warren bought the ring, bought the glucose monitor, and okay, I'm getting it now. I'm getting it. It does have a purpose for some people, and it sounds like a pretty cool wearable. Have the Oura 3 upgrade to the 4 with 2 platinums. Oura 4 is larger, so better so Ian has the sausage fingers.
I literally have never heard about this until today, by the way.
I've seen them, and I've been interested in looking at them, but I don't like spending money on stuff like that. I don't, except for stuff like that. I just can't wear rings. Steve's got 7 platinums. Steve, you have a work shirt that says Amex on it. Like you have to put the Amex polo on and go to work to get that value. I hope you're military.
Are they all authorized user cards, or
you can have up to 10 charge cards? And some of these service members that don't pay annual fees, they get
Oh,
charge
okay.
cards.
I got you.
Imagine the value with no annual fees on 7 platinums.
That's ridiculous. You could live off of that. In some countries, you could live off of that.
Yeah. Chambe got the Amex Business today. Upgraded my green card to a regular platinum as well. Chambe, happy Amex Platinum Day, buddy. Texas.
Did you get a referral link?
We haven't brought up the fact that the Longhorns got kind of manhandled in Columbus, but I always bring that up to Spencer Johnson because he went to UT. So, but his mother has a heart condition. So, okay, so yeah, so I get the Oura has. Thank you for educating me.
Now you have to apologize. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean everybody. Of course, there are some use cases for this.
So here in Appalachia, they call diabetes the sugar. So if I ever get the sugar, I need to get an Oura ring. Do they call that? They say that in Texas?
No, they do not.
Call it the sugar.
Well, not in Dallas, anyway.
You guys are big time in Dallas. You guys are metropolitan.
Yeah.
APB now has 300K offers. You'll have 2 next week. Yeah, I mean, Amex is king of offers. I don't care what anybody says. King of the points and volume, and king of the offers.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close.
And here we go. Decayed mushrooms. Oh, YouTube Premium's great. And Chris says Lululemon clothes are legit. So I'm going to try the Lululemons. I saw that a 3-pack of underwear is $75. So that's
legit enough to get the card just for the credit? No. But you're getting the credit. Go get some stuff from Lululemon.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw sales on there. A regular plain colored hoodie, $60 on sale. Who doesn't need a new hoodie?
Right. I mean me, but right.
You don't need gotta have a new hoodie. Rex Blind is making some noise today with a 2-spot. Rex has been around for a while now. He's becoming a mainstay. What a great duo. Yeah, I'm actually really lucky Rich came on today because I really do think he's doing something so different here. We got to get him some exposure, and he's got to get out there. And you guys are the lucky ones because if you haven't seen his stuff, that website might change the way you do your business.
You are too kind. Thank you.
St. Patrick just hit us up with a 2-piece. Oh, Lululemon gives 15% off for first responders and military. So if you qualify, guys, get you some of them yellow tights. I expect everybody to have some yellow tights down in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And they're on Rakuten sometimes. I like it. All right. What do we have?
I have not gotten into that at all. It's one of those things where I don't have time for that. I know it's like the best way to use Rakuten. It's the best way to do it. Stack the points. I understand the whole thing. I don't want to hassle with any of that stuff. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't like browser plugins. I cannot stand them popping in. Hey, I found a better deal. I cannot stand any of that. I understand. I just don't want to.
Rakuten is not a plugin, though. You just have to go through the website. And here's where it might make sense for you.
They don't have a plugin? I thought they had a plugin too.
They do have a plugin, but you don't have to use that. I don't use that. But where it might make sense for you is maybe you don't use it all the time, but during holidays, maybe they'll have 15x on almost everything. That's substantial enough to kind of be a pain in the butt if you have some retail shopping. But sign up for it. And if you use it at all, you can.
Do you have a code?
That's what. Yeah, I do. It's actually in the description. But it's one thing if you do have a referral code in a channel. It's an easy sell because if I sign up with your referral, I get $30 or 3,000 MR points. Why wouldn't I do it? And you can, with your YouTube channel, you can really start getting a lot of MR points in that way. And you're not selling anything. You're just kind of letting them know because it's a great product. New member, Steve. What's up, Steve? Appreciate you becoming a member. Absolutely. You guys are the heart and soul of this channel. Rick Beck, my man, Ohio native. Thanks, Luke and Rich, for all the info, even though Rich is wrong about the CSR versus the platinum. I don't disagree with you, Rick.
I said for me. I never said you. That's the whole point of the website.
He's wrong about him.
He thinks
wrong about yourself.
It's the whole point of the website, because I think all of this is so personal. There's no way for someone to go, this is better and here's why, or this is better and here's why. You have to go and you have to figure this out on your own. What works for you? Just because I use my points in a certain way doesn't mean you're going to, or you can use those points. That may change everything. So if you're not able to use, JetBlue or Cathay Pacific to redeem your points in a certain way that other people are getting great values on a certain point system, you have to figure that on your own. What can I get? And then when you plug that into the website is going to tell you what the best card setup is for you. So,
and just so everybody's clear, JP Knowledge is in the house. If you haven't watched JP stuff, JP, I don't care who you are, he lives a life that you're going to be a little bit jealous of. This guy's out in LA, hoity-toity, rubbing elbows with celebrities, going on all these business class, first class trips all over the world. Jiu-jitsu master, I think he's a jiu-jitsu black belt out there in LA. Probably going to be a movie star soon. JP, I sent those leggings to your house, and they're just you don't have to thank me, but I got them in shortly after that video and sent them straight to you. The yellow ones, the ones you wanted. If you haven't watched JP's videos, another guy, different perspective, does a lot of cool stuff. Makes me jealous.
Is he the one that has the stuff flying around, like the special effects? There's one channel that has like big time special effects on his channel. I can't remember his name though.
I don't. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the YouTube credit card spaces. They're not required. The special effects are not exactly required. But there are some guys who have some great stuff. St. Patrick's tells you not to sleep on Rakuten. You can use their phone app. It might be worth a pain in the butt, because you can for real build up 100,000, 200,000 MR points just by using those sales. And they also have weird. If you're doing the bank account bonuses or anything like that, sometimes they'll offer you tens of thousands of MR points to open up a checking account, things like that. You can pick and choose. Yeah, JP is the man, a living legend. JP, you're not making any videos in a while. We're expecting some videos. There's my man. Ricky's travel hacking. Air Canada's adding. Now, where's Yule? Is that Montreal? That's not Montreal. Who's my Canadian experts? Where's WUL? I should be open quite a few more options for business.
Isn't that Montreal?
Is it Montreal?
I think Toronto, so. I just flew out of there, and I remember it being weird like that.
It's not Calgary. Okay, so either way, what he's referring to is you can get really good deals flying over to Europe from Toronto, and Columbus. That's why they call it Columbus International, because they have a flight to Toronto. That's pretty much the only international flight. So if they go to Montreal, that opens up a lot more award availability for those flights. And thank you, Ricky. Ricky, I'm telling you, Ricky is a Jedi master. He's got all these really small little niche tips and tricks. He's a big time dude. Can't wait to see JP.
This is gonna be a thing, man. You're never gonna get away from this.
He's gonna show up to the creator meetup in yellow leggings and an Oura ring and a jiu-jitsu gi jacket, ready to wrestle. Did anyone check out the travel app for? Oh, now they were supposed to launch a new travel app, right?
Interesting.
They were supposed to update that. I have not looked.
I haven't either.
All right, so we talked about these credits. We didn't go over all of them, and that's not what we're going to do tonight. Almost every creator wants to make their own specific platinum video, because guess what, guys? They get a lot of views. That's why everybody does one every 6 months. It's a slump buster. In the YouTube world, if you get 2 or 3 videos that don't do well, you got to come back to the gold card or the platinum card. So if you see that, go easy on us. But here, just point blank, is the card worth $895? It is the most expensive regular consumer card on the market right now, right? Jumped over the CSR. So
Yeah.
Is it worth the $900? And let's keep it real. A lot of us, it's going to be almost $1,100 because we have to buy Mama a card. Mama has to have that shiny mirror finish card. Is it worth it? Is it? And if it is, tell me who is it worth it for?
Yeah, you have to be traveling, obviously. I mean, if you're just getting into the game, don't jump right into the platinum. Like, work your way up. Start easy. Start with the Venture X, I would say, or even the preferred, maybe. Although I made a case. It was before the refresh, but I had made a case that the preferred isn't worth it if you are going to travel, because the second you're going to travel, the CSR is better. So if you're not traveling, then don't have either, kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, I mean,
Hey,
yeah.
let me ask you a question. What is your definition of traveling? I don't mean, obviously we know what that means, but how often do we have to travel? And do you have to do those aspirational overseas trips to be in that category for the platinum specifically?
In the video I was referring to, I did a drive to the coast and stay for a week in a hotel, and it was still better with the CSR than the preferred. But I think with one of these cards, like with the CSR now and the platinum now, I think you have to, like, a serious 2 times a year probably. Because I mean, if you're only traveling once a year for a nice vacation, like, there's going to be a year when something comes up and you just can't do it that year, and then now you're out all that money. So,
see, I'll agree with you, but take it a step up. I think you need to. I think if you're traveling twice a year, maybe you don't spend that much on a credit card. I mean, I think traveling to me is
True.
at least 4 times. I think 4 times is the minimum, because we haven't even talked about the lounge access. Like, we go through the credits to get X plus XY equals Z or whatever, but the wild card there is 1,500 lounges worldwide. A lot of people on YouTube, especially the 20-year-olds, they knock the premium what's it called, the crappy lounge access stateside, priority pass lounges.
Priority pass, yeah.
They really knock the priority pass lounges, but they've never been overseas where the priority pass lounges are just as good as our domestic, airline lounges. So they do, and the Plaza Premium, there's some diamonds in the rough there too. There's some hidden gems. I mean, so the lounge access on the platinum card, from what I understand, it's unmatched. A lot of us have more cards because you want the Dallas Capital One lounge, but if you have to pick one,
it's so good. By the way, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I love that lounge.
It's my favorite lounge out there, man. I love it. I walk right past the Centurion Lounge to go to the Capital One lounge.
Yeah,
I do, and the one in Washington Dulles is great. Yeah, I think the platinum card, if you are a traveler, I think you can make it work. Because let's keep it real. If we're talking about credits, you can do $400 in Resi credits, unless you live. I don't know. Unless you don't eat out. If you're like gluten free, vegan something, and you cook all your on a walk out back or something, then maybe you can't use the Resi. But the Resi, the hotel credits, I think that's a baseline for the card being worth it, and how much more it's worth is based on all the rest, which is pretty substantial now.
I mean, you're not going to be fresh out of college, even if you're going on trips a few times a year. I still don't like you have to be making pretty decent money. Like, I do okay. Like, I'm not uber rich or anything. I live in the suburbs, and a normal house. If you came to my house, it's a normal house. It's not a starter home, but it's a normal house. But we travel 4 times a year, and we're kind of pushing, like, it's like we're doing this because we're older and we want to spend a lot of time with my parents before they get to the point where they can't travel. But before 5 years ago, I never went on vacations ever. I went to go visit relatives on holidays. That was it. And at the cost of everything these days, it just surprises me that people like just starting out that, maybe just got married or whatever are getting the platinum card and going on vacations. Like, dude, go to work, man. Get to work.
It's very
you need to save
marketing.
that money.
Yeah, 100%. I agree, and I've taken some hits on my opinion that the platinum card does there is a minimum income, I think, for something like a platinum card, and I've taken a lot of heat because people think, no, it's $1,000 minus these credits, and no, it's not exactly like that. If you're 20 years old and you're at community college and you wait tables, let me give you some advice. You probably don't need the platinum card. It's just like
they advertise that it's really popular with the younger crowd. And I'm like, these younger crowds are crazy. No wonder they can't afford to buy a home. It's like, 100%. Quit wasting your money on this stuff. Work and save.
I used to get the same heat when I would say, like, okay, so you scroll your YouTube algorithm and I'm trying to be nice. You see a guy who might not be old enough to drink talking about how he's getting rid of the gold card. Listen, dude, why did you've never been to the grocery store without your mom. Why did you get the gold card?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing that kills me. Might not be true, but this is just how my brain stored the information. The same guys who want to cancel their gold card, they also say, well, it's because I go to Costco. You're 19 years old. You live with mom. Where do you get at Costco?
That's a lot of toilet paper, bro. Yeah, like, what's going on with you?
Are you getting the steaks? They have the steaks there, right? Or the like, what are you getting at Costco? I don't go to Costco.
No.
After the grown kids moved out. What are you buying in bulk, dude? So yeah.
Right.
I mean, back to we kind of
Topo Chico. That's what we buy in bulk. Yeah. Like, so it's going out of stock.
I do think the card's worth it, and like we kind of said, both agreed at the beginning of the show. If you liked it before, they made it a lot better. Now here's your question. I know you're a fan of the CSR. You love the CSR.
Jeez.
We can agree that if you like the platinum yesterday, you love it today. Same thing true with the CSR?
No, because no. I mean, if you're not in my situation where you have a wife that will not stay at a hotel with stains on the bed, then that the points boost doesn't do well for you, and now you've lost the 1.5 and even the 1.25 on the preferred. So yeah, not good. I would say not good.
What level do we have to hit to where there's not stains on the floor?
I don't know. I find it harder and harder these days.
Do they have to be Conrads and
even if it's 4 stars, you come in there like, why is the bed? There's hair on the bed. What's going on? Yeah, stuff like that. It's just that. So we're super picky about that kind of stuff. And my wife is a Yelp review reader. So before we do anything, restaurant, anything, she just reads a million Yelp reviews and checks it all out. So they have to be, a good reviewed hotel for us to go there. And all of those are the edits. They're all edits.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, okay. So you have found the edits are getting all the edits getting 2 cents per point for redemptions?
There's a level that gives you the $100 credit, on-site credit, and then there's a level below that too, that I think you still get the 2 point or the 2x on, and then but yeah, I think they all get those. But and then the flights are 175 for economy and 2 for first class.
That's interesting. That's really even domestic first class.
Yeah,
that's really interesting.
Yeah, because I was looking at Key West, I think, is when I was looking at that.
Is that only for Chase partnered airlines, or is that all of them?
No, it's United only. That's the only ones they do it on. United.
Okay. That's okay. So
But the case I made is, we're an international airport. So even though we're not a United hub, United's pretty much everywhere else that we're flying to. So or flying through.
Yeah. JP Gray says the Resi credits are gold and NYC.
No, geez.
Quite
well, the problem with the problem with that is with the gold card Resi credit, you're using your gold card anyway. So if you could just pick up those credits without even knowing you're picking them up, but you're not going to use the platinum at a restaurant and then accidentally get one of the credits. You have to know where you're going and see, okay, this is a Resi restaurant. And, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. It was a lot easier with the gold because you were already using it anyway.
Here you go, Rich. What do you think of L-Man Gaming? Says he's sticking to Adventure X.
It's such a solid setup for someone that doesn't want to jerk around with all this mess that we've been talking about. They're smart. They are getting squeezed out, I think, because of the higher annual fees. And the other ones, it's making people pick. And if, especially if you're watching this video, you're all into what's the coolest and the best and the hippest so that you can, mix it up with all the rest of the people on here. And you're probably going to be swayed to more of the platinum lifestyle. God, the Venture X is such a solid little thing. That my thing again is just how do you redeem the points? Which I have that same problem with Amex a little bit. If I'm not flying overseas, I know is Qantas on there?
It's a one partner.
Yeah, so
you can sometimes find American Airlines. Well, I should say sometimes. You can a lot of times find American Airlines flights, but they're not always a sweet deal. I just try to look for Qantas to send my wife down to Aruba, and I thought, man, this has got to be it. And Qantas really failed.
I honestly just if as long as it's more than 1 cent per point, I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. I feel like okay, the work paid off, and I don't have a ton of time just because of my work schedule and stuff to really sit around all weekend looking for a great deal on a vacation. And I definitely don't book things because there's a great deal on it. We've never done that ever. We pick a place that we want to go, and then I see what I can get, and I definitely got points lost, like in Avios points. I still have in British Airways that they're just sitting there for a year, probably gone now, the way they do that. But we book where we want to go, and then I try to find the best deal to get to that place with what we have, and that's how we generally do it.
So, question about that: you are solid. I want to go to location X. That's where we're going, and now I start my process. See, I don't do that, and I've taken some criticism for that because. And I've tried to explain it before. And here's my thing. I don't pick a location. I kind of pick Caribbean.
Right.
So and then maybe it gets a little smaller. I'm not going to Guadeloupe. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but I went to Guadeloupe in the Navy, and some guy tried to kill me with a machete. So I'm not. It's a French island, and I'm not going to Guadeloupe. So I'm not. And I do not. I'm not a. How do I say this? I'm not interested in drugs, so I'm not going to Jamaica. Sorry if that offends you, but I get offered drugs constantly in Jamaica, so I'm not going there. So I narrow it down a little bit. So and then I kind of look for a deal. So my thing is, if I say, "Hey, wife, we're going to the Caribbean," she's probably thinking we're going to Cayman. But if there's a super strong deal to Aruba, we're going there instead. Because to me, it's what's the difference? And it's the same with. It's the same with Europe. Maybe we break that down in regions. Maybe Western Europe.
If you know what's the difference, then that's great. A lot of the places we've never been before, and we're going because we want to experience that place, and we don't know if it's good or if it's bad. So she'll research and she'll get locked in on a place. This is where we want to go. I've done all the research. This is where we want to stay. That kind of stuff. So I give her some parameters. Let's look for a hotel or a Hyatt or something first, and then if you can't find that, then we'll look at something else. But
see, I even back in January, me and my wife each do a solo trip each year, and I was like, where do I want to go to my solo trip? Now Ohio gets really cold in the wintertime, so
I don't know how you do those, man. I can't.
Well, it gets harder every year.
We're like glued to the hip. I can't do anything without her. It's crazy.
Oh, the solo trips. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
She had never traveled by herself before, and I don't know if it's been a really long time since I went anywhere by myself. It's unreal fun. And here's what I mean.
She doesn't go by herself. She goes with like other.
No, she goes by herself.
What?
Yeah. Yes. And here's the thing. It's amazing. And I would recommend anybody do it, because husband and wife, friend, whatever you're going with, you have responsibilities and things you have to do. When you go by yourself, you don't have any of that stuff. If you don't feel like getting up at 7:00, you sleep in until 9:30. You don't have to ask somebody, what do you want to do today? You do all the things yourself. I can see how somebody wouldn't like it, but my wife's an independent.
I would not like that. I would have been traveling before I got married to her a lot more, but
I know people who have said that, and I say, go do it for a day.
No, I know myself.
Change your mind.
It won't work.
I was doing a solo trip, and I go, I have to go somewhere warm because it's cold here. So we're looking at Southern Hemisphere. I don't know anything about Peru except for Paddington Bear lived there before he went to England. And I went to Lima, Peru in January.
Yeah.
And
I saw the trip review. Yeah. No, I thought you met someone there or something.
I did meet a subscriber. I met a subscriber there for drinks. But for the most part, just by myself.
I thought you went with someone else.
I went to Prague with my old Navy buddy.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah. So, but by yourself, I'm an introvert. I'm not social.
Me too.
I don't socialize. Go to an international city in a different continent by yourself, and guess what you have to do?
Yeah, but I'm an introvert. I would travel all the way there and sit in a hotel and watch Netflix.
Well, you have to kind of break out. And this is how I do it. I'll go to Viator and sign up for these tours. And this is what I've learned. This is what I've learned in the last 5 years all over the world. No matter where you go or what tour you go on, there's going to be people there that are in that country by themselves. And it's cool. We had a food tour with a girl from Russia. You don't get to meet Russians all that. I don't get to meet Russians all that often.
I don't think you know what introvert means.
No, trust me. I can force myself to come out of my comfort zone. I can do the things, but for the most part, I don't do it. But if I'm by myself and it's like, I'm going to sit here and watch Netflix, or I'm going to go do this, I can make myself do it, and I like it. Just takes a lot of energy out of me.
Yeah. I don't know if I get that's what my wife's for. She's the one that drags me around. And I love that she drags me around. And so I like that she sets the schedule, because then I could just do whatever she says. And we have the best time ever, whatever we do. It doesn't even matter if it's a terrible vacation day or whatever. We can make an amazing time out of it. And we just had such a great time. But I could not do that by myself. No way.
Well, me and my wife, we have a great time traveling together, but
yeah.
I don't think we'll ever stop doing the one solo trip
by
ourselves. I think you're a good candidate to experiment. Guys, in the comments, put in the comments if you have ever did a solo trip. JP Knowledge does it all the time. He's an extroverted, he's a social guy. But
yeah.
I'm telling you, I didn't even know it was this real thing until I met a girl in Dubai.
I have a cousin who he worked for Deloitte and Touche or whatever. He did audits, so 6 months out of the year, they don't really do anything. They're just waiting for tax season to roll around. So he made an agreement with his boss. He goes, hey, look, you stop paying me for 6 months. I'll only work for 6 months. And then I'm going to go travel for the other 6 months. And he would literally go around the world traveling for 6 months straight, and then come back and work for 6 months. And he would just hostels and he'd walk everywhere. He walked through Iran.
Yeah, that's a different. I'm talking about 4 days, 5 days, high-end hotels. I'm not doing that.
He would just walk across and by himself, and he made all these friends and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, but I honestly thought he was a serial killer also, because why are you, traveling around like that?
I have to. It's as men, we have a lot of responsibilities and duties, and you're always on alert. You're always your brain's shifting these safety protocols and these different things. When you go by yourself, here's the thing. Okay, so just by example, 9-year-old boy and my wife. When I go somewhere, I am constantly thinking about what might happen. And it might be just me. Maybe I have issues. I definitely have issues, but it's a constant alert. It's hypervigilance. It's all these different things because you're going to a different country, and there are things that happen. When I go by myself, nobody.
Luke,
what?
You hear yourself. I mean, this is the first thing I thought when you said this. You're sending your wife out to different countries by herself with no one to watch over for her.
She's fine. She's fine. Like obviously there's places she can't go.
She's fine.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when I go somewhere by myself, nobody bothers me.
Yeah, I get that. I get it.
It's just
I get it.
It's just different. Mr. San, 2-piece. Hello guys. Happy Amex Platinum Day. Thank you, sir. Thank you, San. Appreciate you guys. I'm telling you, I don't expect you to do it, but put it in the back of your brain and say,
it's
what
never
if
going to happen.
So you're in Dallas. What if you went to see, there's certain places that doesn't work. I wouldn't say go to New Orleans for a couple of days by yourself. I don't think that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think that. I need
someone to protect me there. Jeez.
But what if you went to shoot? I don't know. You went to let's say you went to where does Anthony Venture live? South Carolina somewhere. What if you went to Charleston for a couple nights and then met Anthony Venture for what do you call that? A collaboration.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But you did a couple nights in Charleston and you went on like a ghost tour and maybe a food tour by yourself.
I don't know why, but like looking at a building to me is the most boring thing ever, right? But when I go with my wife and we look at a building, we can talk about that building all day long. I don't know what it is. It's just something that we love. We love looking at architecture and just, I don't know. It's just something that works for us and we love doing it. But for me, I'd much rather just be sitting and watching Netflix and coding all night than doing that.
Sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I tried it and I'm addicted. I think I'm not saying a lot. I don't do that a lot. I would never do that a lot. And I would never leave my family more than just a couple of days, few days. But it was to go to somewhere where I don't know anything about Lima, Peru at all, except for Machu Picchu, which is not even in. I didn't know that was not in Lima. It's nowhere near.
It takes a couple of days just to get there.
Yes. So I didn't go there. But just, and you take the historical tours and you learn about. I think it was great. I think maybe not for you, but I would urge some people to consider it. And the people who really say it's not for them, I really urge them to try it one time. New Again's got some terrible predictions. I hope you're not right. 2 cards are going to be refreshed in the coming months. Now the Ritz, I think that's on a chopping block, honestly. Venture X. Here's the thing about the Venture X, though, guys. I think they're in a unique position where they can solidify themselves as the no-nonsense working man's travel card.
100%.
Change it to be more profitable, but don't kill us. And open up those applications. Open up those approvals. I mean,
if they need to raise the limit just because they have to, like, just you could still add a credit to offset that, and it wouldn't be the coupon book that everything else is, and still hold that part of the market. I think it would be fine.
I think I don't know. I haven't thought about a refresh because I love the way it's set up. Here's another question. Going back to earlier when you said we were talking about Amex versus CSR, and you mentioned the Venture X. How long can the Venture X be the card that doesn't count? Now we've talked about you have to pick an ecosystem, but we can all agree you can pick the CSR. You don't really have to get rid of the Venture X right now because it's kind of just in no man's land. It kind of evens itself out. How long can it stay the great?
I mean, you still have to use that credit for it to be free. And you have to use it in the travel portal. So you are going to be paying cash or using, points on it. And if you're using points on it, then you're using it for your catch-all card and you're not using some other system's catch-all card to generate points over there. But Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty funny how with 2 cards they can keep up with net value
with everyone else.
Because they're covering the major like you got catch all, you got travel, you've got groceries and dining.
Imagine
everything else is just
they could do it with a duo, and the Chase fanboys will never have groceries or gas.
I know. Or you have to jump through hoops for the groceries to put it on the app and tap the app, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, like you're not getting groceries and gas, guys. No problem. Take my money.
By the way, announcement: I'm probably going to be moving. I'm probably going to get rid of the groceries online category because it's such a pain to have it, and everyone doesn't think of those terms. And so when they're doing comparisons, they're putting in groceries. The preferred's not catching it, and so I think I'm going to get rid of online because it's the only one that really has groceries online. And I'm just going to push it in, put the little disclaimer that it's groceries online. And I'm going to put like little tips on how to use it in store on the comments. So just so everyone knows.
See there, Rich, George just came back from Aruba. Best destination. How it's also considered the safest island in the Caribbean.
Aruba is, we went there last year. It was great. It was hot as F, but it was great. We had a really good time there.
I'm not sending my wife to Cartagena. She's going to Aruba, which is ironically like this far away from Cartagena.
Aruba is fine, especially if she's staying at the Hilton right on the beach. I mean, or the Hyatt, whatever.
The Holiday Inn.
Is that? I don't know where that one is.
Yeah, it's right. Same.
Right on the beach. So, yeah. I mean, you're like at the Hilton has such a great location because all the great restaurants are right behind it. Mm-hmm. And you could just walk there and then you're just on the beach beaching all day. Like there's shopping right there too. You don't have to really drive anywhere except for the airport and back.
Plus, I know you're not familiar with Columbus, Ohio, but my wife grew up on the west side of Columbus. So folks don't bother those people.
Fair enough.
It's kind of dicey. Rich has a ball and chain documented. Yeah, see, he knows he's not allowed out by himself. So
it's so soft and cuddly, though, man. You just want to curl up with it.
Luke, you got to get your Caesars salute card. Equals platinum status, free Atlantis, Bahamas stays. Here's my thing with Bahamas. I'd really like to go there, but they have an outstanding reputation for having poor service. They are not a service-oriented. I've heard nightmares that.
You ever been to France?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Here's the thing. I was a sailor though, so I only went to port cities in France for the most part. A little bit different atmosphere there. They appreciate the sailors coming on.
I mean, Europe in general is just a completely different mindset.
It's not a service-oriented place.
No.
I think until you get to, well, maybe not at all in Europe, right?
And the tourists have kind of spoiled them too, because they expect to treat you like that and still get tips now. Because I mean, we had people standing over you with the little thing going, and would you like to put a tip in? And we're like, I haven't seen you since I got here. Like, no, I'm not tipping you. And I tip well. I tip good service really well, but like just average service, I tip, 20%. And if you good service, I tip way better always. But in Europe, dude, you got to do better than that, bro. Like, no.
Yeah. I've not been to Asia proper, and I know they have a service culture there. That's supposedly light years away from most other cultures. But yeah, Europe's got a lot of challenges. So that's a whole other show. We're going to Europe now because we're not counting on being able to go to Europe years from now. It's not going to be Europe anymore. So
yeah.
John's got some advice for you. Spouses have to have their own lives. It's good to go on trips by themselves. John is not married, by the way. So, but he's laying down the ground rules now. So when he does,
ladies, do you hear that?
Yeah, he's going to send him. He's going to send you to Aruba, so it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Background balloon. I agree with Luke. Solo trips can go hard, especially at festivals where they won't need to coordinate meeting spots. when to meet which artists. I just think it's a break, and I think it's for us. It's been fun to have it, and just my wife. She's birthed and raised 4 kids. She gets 4 days without all those duties. We got 3 dogs that she did. Like she gets 4 days without all those duties. She gets to drink fruity drinks and do it. It's a really big break for her. So she likes it. Chile is awesome. Highly recommend. Did you know that the Chileans and the Peruvians do not like each other?
It's pretty common bordering countries.
Yeah.
So
every Peruvian I met made mention of that.
Have you heard about India and Pakistan?
I'm not going there. Lima, Peru is a great town, fun town, super. I'm so glad I went there, and I don't know if I'd go back, but only reason I would say maybe not because I have such a long list. But if I didn't have such a long list, I would go back to. If you said, "Hey, let's go to Lima this weekend," I'm in. I'm good.
Is that where the Sacsayhuaman and Machu Picchu and stuff is?
Machu Picchu is no, it's the same country, but it's not anywhere near it. I thought
okay.
I really thought I'll go to Lima. I'll do a day trip to Machu Picchu. No,
it's long.
Yeah,
it's a long country.
Trip. And then I'm like, you have to hike and stay outdoors. Okay, I'm not doing that. Like my roughing it days are probably limited by now. Ricky's an introvert, but he loves traveling solo, and it does help with that introvertedness. Yeah. St. Patrick's Day in NYC, guaranteed a blast. We're doing Chicago for Patrick's Day, and that's our anniversary. So we love the daytime festivities for Patrick's Day. We're usually completely finished by 5 o'clock in the evening.
We are planning a New York City, flying up to New York City, driving up the coast to Portland, Maine, north of Portland, Maine area, and then flying back from Boston at some point. I think that's going to be our big trip next year. If we got to, we're trying to build this house thing that with my parents so that we can be able to take care of them later on. So we're trying to do that. So that's why I haven't been able to apply for credit cards recently and why we're not sure about vacationing next year.
Do you does Dallas have a Patrick's Day celebrate? They have a big deal there?
Yeah. I mean, we used to back when I used to do stuff like that. Greenville Avenue used to have a big parade down there. I don't know if they still do. I'm sure they do.
This guy, Detour Travels, 75% of their travel solo. It's a different. Listen, I can't recommend it enough. It's just completely different. It's worse to be someplace awful when you're by yourself and someplace nice you can't share with. No. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Thank
you, L man.
Let's clarify our options here. I'm by myself. If I look around and it's awful, guess what I'm doing? Just guess.
Netflix.
I'm leaving and going somewhere else because I don't have to drag anybody with me and I don't have to ask. I'm just going to leave.
Maybe that's the difference. I don't have that experience. Like we're sort of same brain, so we like all the same stuff. I can read her mind. I know exactly what she wants, and it's generally the same kind of stuff that I want. Okay. So we like looking at architecture. We like seeing everything, walking, water, any water involved. We like looking at water, things on water, interesting things on water. And then we like tasting the food and stopping and having drinks and just breathing it all in. That's basically what we do. And we both like that. So it's never this, oh God, she wants to do X and I don't want to do it. We never have that.
I get it. I think I just, man, Dugras, he said we're the power duo. Okay. What's up, Mr. Dugras? We were talking about you earlier in this thing.
Yep.
Solo trip to New Zealand a couple years ago for a week. Best experience of my life. Yeah. I mean,
I believe you guys. I know. I don't think you're lying or anything. It's just, that is honestly my nightmare. Being in a foreign country by myself.
Well, the rich
is my nightmare.
Favesay says try Fort Worth for one day.
I don't even like that.
Hit that like button to support Uncle Luke and Rich with Points, guys. We still have over 200 people in the chat, and for me, that's a lot of people. So appreciate every single one of you that stop by. We want to talk about, let me get this out of the way. Polygraph Zone. I do not recognize your name. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you.
I don't believe him, by the way. Someone check to see if he's lying.
Okay. Appreciate the 5 spot. Thanks for the stream. I see the value in the new Platinum, but sticking with the City Elite Quadfecta. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to argue about that new City setup. I think everybody's a pretty big fan of that. But Polygraph Zone, thank you so much and welcome. So I want to get into. Let me get this out. Let me go.
I prefer has 4-1 on that. By the way, he was talking about choice 2-1. I prefer is 4-1. It's 0.5 cents per point according to the points guy, and it's 4-1 ratio.
It's definitely an interesting play.
That's 2 cents per point.
Yeah, these newer hotel programs should not be slept on. JP Grace hits with a 2 spot. Great night off. Slam the like button, subscribe. Yes. Thank you so much for the 2 spot. And my man Chad's Money Minutes. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Says Luke's wife, OG. We've had the chance. My wife and I had a chance to meet Chad and his wife a few times now. Super cool couple, super cool people, and we get to see him in South Florida. So it's just a good vibe. All right, so I wanted to get in before it gets too late because you guys know foosball's on the night. Let's talk about the Rich with Points website, and let's get really into the nuts and bolts because you guys that are here, 200 of you people, if you haven't checked out this website, you're in for a treat. And it's richwithpoints.com, right? Pretty simple.
Yes.
So give the guys an overview of what they can expect when they go check it out later tonight.
Okay. It does require a login. You can I have like quick little single sign on. So if you have a Google account, a Microsoft account, Twitch, Twitter, X, you can just click one button and you're in. You don't have to wait for the email or anything like that. But once you're in, go and put in your annual spending, go and put in your cards, and it lights up a ton of functionality that is catered to you in your situation. We have the most popular tool on there is obviously the wallet setups tool, where you can put together, basically fantasy wallets, and it'll give you the net value of those wallets based on your actual spending. So you can see, you don't have to guess or listen to YouTubers, no offense, Luke, but you don't have to take their word for it. You can go and look what works for your situation, your spending, the credits you use. You can toggle the credits on and off. It'll show you what the cash value that you'll make in every category, and ultimately give you the net value of what you'll make that year on those credit cards.
And are they going to be surprised when they put in if they prefer one setup to another? What's the chance they're going to be surprised when they find out that, hey, a different setup might be better for you?
Yeah, I'm always every weekend I'm doing a video and I go kind of research what the next thing. So I just start playing around with stuff and I'll go, oh, wow, that's interesting. And then I'll go do a video. It just never dawned on me that this setup would be good or mixed together with these cards. The video that you saw, the first video that you saw that you said blew your mind and you mentioned me on your show, which doubled my subscriber count, was the video I did on which 2 banks together do the best. And so if you're going to use 2 banks at the same time, and I did some comparisons of the Chase and Amex versus Citi and Capital One and so on, and I did that, and that was probably my best performing video for a while there. But yeah, so I mean, you could do that, and we have best cards. So if you're out and about, it looks great. The website looks great on mobile. I do mobile first, so because I know a lot of you guys don't really use a computer a whole lot. And so I make sure that it looks really good on mobile, and it has the best card section. If you've used Max Rewards before, they have a best card I have a hard time with the UI on that application, which is one of the reasons I built the website, because I was just so frustrated at that app. No offense if you're if it's a sponsor of yours, but
Not currently.
yeah, so you can use best card and it'll take all your cards. So you go, I'm at the gas station. Which card do I use? And I built this for my wife, basically. So she can click on gas on the category. You can even bookmark that to your home screen. So it just goes right to gas. And then she can look, oh, okay, I'm using the Hilton card for gas, this month, or if the Flex is on a special, it'll pop up to the top that month and she'll go, oh, I'm supposed to be using the Flex now. So you got that. There's card rankings. There's a three-way just card comparison. So you can compare earning categories and benefits and stuff. And then there's sign-up bonuses. I actually calculate the cash value on the sign-up bonuses based on how you use your points. So you can go in there and say, I get 2 cents per point on my Chase points and 1.85 cents per point on Capital One. And then it'll show you the sign-up bonuses and give you the cash value based on how you redeem points. So you don't have to do that mental math in your head and say, oh, I'm getting 80,000 points and this other card gives me 75,000. So 80 must be better. Well, that's not necessarily true. It depends on how you redeem those points as to what those points are going to be valued at. And 80,000 might be actually a lower cash value than 75,000. And that might change your decision as to what card you're going to apply for next.
For me, the wallet comparisons, it cut through the marketing and it cut through my personal bias and my personal feelings. Because I don't care what anybody says. There are certain marketing tactics that work, or the way certain cards are presented to us. That feels like more my style. And sometimes when you use that wallet comparison, it's like,
yep,
darn it
is. It goes up.
Now, I will contend that for me, it's not all about the numbers. It's mostly about the numbers, but like for instance, FHR I think is a better program than maybe the hotel program with Capital One.
Do you tend to get a certain value out of that every year?
I've used it every single year. I've been an Amex customer for sure.
So in the wallet setup tool now, I just released this this week. You can, while you're in the wallet comparison, you can click on the benefit and assign a value to that, so that it factors into the calculation in your net value. So if you religiously get a certain amount of value, either points or cash, then you can assign it to that benefit, even if it doesn't already have a value, and it'll include that in the calculation. And you can do that right inside of the wallet setup tool now.
QC Man loves Rich's website, and he dropped
Thank you, sir.
Q spot. QC Man, friend of the channel, thank you so much for stopping by and being part of this. Guys, hit the like button if you've liked this live. We're trying to combine some information with some news, with some personal touches and access to us. So I think it's been a great live. We are hitting 8:30, and I don't know if you're a Bills or a Dolphins fan, but it's a division game. It's a little bit interesting. I think we can all agree that Dolphins are kind of imploding early in the season.
I'm a Max Verstappen fan.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
F1.
Oh, I have no clue. Tio Rico, Pura Vida Trader, hit us with a 20-piece. Hey, Rich, does it work with Citi? I have used card pointers and been disappointed with its. So yeah, I have to let you answer that.
What do you mean by does it work with Citi? I don't connect to your bank. There's no bank connection. You're going to enter in your cards. You're going to put in, your annual spending. It's not going to go get your annual spending from the bank. If anybody wants to fund that, I'm happy to do that work with some funding behind me. It's just FYI. But no, yeah. So you have to put that in. There's literally no sensitive information on my website to be lost or stolen or whatever. It's just annual spending. Nobody cares about that. And it's just a list of cards. And then the website kind of does the magic itself based on that, and just shows you what's good, what's not working, what could work, and so on.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out because no, you don't have to connect any of your cards. It's just go to it. It's pretty intuitive. I'm on the lower level of the intelligence scale, and I can still get a lot of use out of it. So I think you guys will be fine. And it also has obviously it's for simpletons like me. I can get a lot of value, but there's the smarter you are and the more you get into it, the more tools you use, the more value you're going to get out of it. All right, guys.
No,
I think
YouTube Entertainment. No one has approached me. I wouldn't expect anything like that for a few years. But I mean, if I have over 6,000 users now on the website, which I was shocked when I got 60. My wife and I were like, "Oh my God, 60 people signed up," and now we're at 6,000. It's kind of unreal. And you guys have all been great. I get so much great feedback from like people just, hey, this is what if this and what if that? And I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. And I just start coding away. So it's been really awesome. The feedback's been great. And people help me. I mean, I honestly have to thank all the people that tell me, hey, this benefit change that I didn't know about. Some benefit change, they'll tell me, and I'll update that. It's really been a community-ish type thing in terms of them pitching in and helping me out and making it as cool as it is. So.
All right, guys, I like to leave you wanting more. We've got over 200 people in here. We're going to finish up for the night. And I can honestly say I appreciate every single one of you stopping by. I swear I have the best lives because it's such a positive environment and it's good people helping each other and enjoying kind of what we're all here for, and no drama, no stupid stuff. So appreciate every one of you to come by. And Rich, you tell them where they can find you and
richwoodpoints.com is the website, and Richwood Points on YouTube for the the YouTube channel. I'm on Twitter and stuff too, just Richwood Points everywhere. Instagram, I never check messages there. If you want to contact me, use support@richwoodpoints.com.
All right, guys, we're going to get off here. The Fins are up 7-0, so I guess you have to listen to the media just drool over Josh Allen until he comes back. So we'll see you again next week, same time. Let me see who I have for you next week because I don't remember. I know I should.
It's Daniel Braun, right?
No, it's not. It's Anthony Venture. Anthony Venture
nice.
will be on next Thursday, and he's actually either in Italy or he's just getting back, so he's going to have a lot.
I thought so, yeah.
There, yeah.
So yeah. We talked about.
Fun one.
I've been on his show twice.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been on there a couple times. So paying it back, having him on. Rich, we're going to have you on here again. I think what I want to do is I want to kind of cycle through, my favorite guys, and then so we'll have you back on in a few weeks.
Sounds good.
All right, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Thanks for stopping
by, everybody.
by,
Thank you.
All right. I got to hit this twice.